This innocent-looking integral took 100 years to solve. Johann Bernoulli cracked it in 1697 using a mind-blowing trick. Can you figure it out before I show you? Stay with me. The key is to rewrite the integrand x to the x into a more flexible form. Here's the trick. We can use the inverse relationship between the exponential function and the natural logarithm. Any positive expression can be written as e to the power of the natural log of that expression. Now we can use a fundamental property of logarithms to bring the exponent down. This gives us e to the power of x times the natural log of x. This form is perfect for our next step. We can express the exponential function as an infinite sum, known as its Taylor series. This series is e to the u equals the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of u to the n over n factorial. By substituting u with x times the natural log of x, we can represent our integrand as an infinite series. Now we can substitute this series back into our original integral. Here's a crucial move. Because this series converges uniformly, we are allowed to swap the order of integration and summation. This transforms one big, difficult problem into an infinite sum of smaller, manageable integrals. Let's focus on solving this general integral. We need to evaluate I sub n. This integral can be solved with a clever substitution. Let's set a new variable u equal to negative the natural log of x. This implies x equals e to the negative u, and dx equals negative e to the negative u du. After substituting, including the limits of integration, we get this new integral in terms of u. Let's begin simplifying the integrand by applying exponent rules. We separate negative 1 to the power of n and apply the power of a power rule to the exponential. Next, we can combine the exponential terms. And now we can pull the constant factor, negative 1 to the n, outside the integral. The remaining negative 1 from the differential allows us to flip the limits of integration. Now, this form is very close to a famous function in mathematics. This is the gamma function, which generalizes the factorial. The key identity for us is that gamma of n plus 1 equals n factorial. To make our integral match the gamma function, we'll make one more substitution. Let t equal n plus 1 times u. Substituting u and du gives us this new expression. Let's simplify by distributing the exponent and gathering the constant terms. The denominator becomes n plus 1 to the power of n. Combining the denominators gives n plus 1 to the power of n plus 1. Now we pull the entire constant term outside the integral. This integral is exactly gamma of n plus 1, which is simply n factorial. And there we have it, the solution for our inner integral. Now, we substitute this result back into our infinite sum. We started with the sum of 1 over n factorial times our integral I sub n. Now we plug in our result. And here's the beautiful moment. The n factorial terms cancel out perfectly. This leaves us with an incredibly elegant series. Let's write out the first few terms of the series to see the pattern. We get 1 minus 1/4 plus 1 over 27 minus 1 over 256, and so on. This remarkable identity has a special name. Our result is in this form. To match its conventional name, we perform a simple change of index. Let's define a new index, k, such that k equals n plus 1. This means n equals k minus 1. When n is 0, k is 1. The sum now runs from 1 to infinity, giving us this equivalent form. Renaming k back to n, we arrive at the famous sophomore's dream. It contrasts with the incorrect freshman's dream identity, because this one, which feels too good to be true, is actually correct. It showcases a profound connection between the continuous world of integration and the discrete world of infinite series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this problem, please hit that like button and subscribe for more mental math challenges.